Hello, I am Oliver Odde. I'm going to be reading a sonnet from Petrarch. He lived 1304 to 1374. He is well known for his 366 lyric poems, most of them about a woman named Laura who eludes him throughout his life. Tragically, she dies, and this poem, 333, is about her. Go, grieving rhymes of mine, to that hard stone, whereunder lies my darling, lies my dear, and cry to her to speak from heaven's sphere, her mortal part with grass is overgrown. Tell her I'm sick of living, that I'm blown by the winds of grief from the course I ought to steer. That praise of her is all my purpose here, and all my business, that of her alone. Do I go telling that how she lived and died, and lives again in immortality? All men may know, and love my Laura's grace. Oh, may she deign to stand at my bedside when I come to die, and may she call to me and draw me to her in that blessed place. So now I'm going to break down this poem line by line and discuss the meaning of each line. Most of the lines are pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to cover them regardless. So line 1, go grieving rhymes of mine to that hard stone, the hard stone being the gravestone, and he is grieving. Line 2, whereunder lies my darling, lies my dear. His love, Laura, is buried under the before-mentioned stone. Line 3, and cry to her to speak from heaven's sphere. He cries out to her to say something, just to hear her voice again, hopefully from heaven. Line 4, her mortal part with grass is overgrown. Her body remains, it's covered with dirt and overgrown grass. Tell her, line 5, tell her I'm sick of living, that I'm blown by winds of grief from the course I ought to steer. In lines 5 and 6, he begins to speak to her. He's sick of living. He feels that his life is like a ship that's been blown off course from strong winds. He cannot steer his life in the correct direction without her. Line 7, that praise of her is all my purpose here. He's telling her that his sole purpose is to praise her. Line 8, and all my business, that of her alone. He's saying that of all his life, his whole life is for her. Line 9, do I go telling that how she lived and died? Now he begins to think aloud. Shall he tell of her love and how she lived and died? That's line 9 and 10. Line 11, all men may know and love my Laura's grace. All people will know and love her for the way that he has. Line 12, oh, may she deign to stand at my bedside. He begins to question if she will come down from her high place to stay at his bedside. Lines 13 and 14, when I come to die, and may she call to me and draw me to her in that blessed place. When he is dying, he wants her to call him to the place that he resides and take him with her to heaven. So this has been a evaluation of the Sonnet 333 from Petrarch.